Might see some rain tomorrow morning, Bob.
Yeah, things are changing. We talked about this earlier. The timing of the storms will come in from the Gulf of Mexico during the morning hours, and you could even hear some thunder, unfortunately, during the early morning hours when most people are trying to sleep, and it may wake them up unless you're a really heavy sleeper. It doesn't bother you.
It's very soothing sometimes.
Sometimes, just the rain, yeah. if the thunder is close, it's a little bit disconcerting. We are looking at a pretty nice day today. We had some showers around. This is looking west, and looking west from the Van Wezel webcam, you would think, oh, it's been a perfect day, no rain around. But boy, looking to the east, we did have quite a bit of shower activity, even some thunderstorms that kind of moved in all different directions, indicating that the steering currents just aren't all that strong right now. So the storms that do pop up tomorrow will be heavy rainmakers. I don't think we're going to see any kind of severe weather at this point for us tomorrow as a result of the atmosphere just being a little bit too warm. Well, this one from Sarasota, looking out over the bayfront there, Norm Schimmel getting this double rainbow. You can see a little bit the second one just above it there, a little piece of it anyway. And yes, what does it all mean? We have Manatee River. Well, it means a lot of rain around. This one sent in from Ashley. And get a look at that downpour that came in across the Manatee River toward Palmetto. And some of that rain now still lingering into Manatee County. As I mentioned, not much, but I suspect to see more showers and storms developing here in the Gulf of Mexico through the early morning hours. All the lightning that was around earlier to the north of us has now since dissipated, but I would not be surprised to see a few of these cells popping up here throughout the early morning to generate a couple of lightning strikes here and there. Boy, the rain came heavy at places. In fact, near Northport, over 2.5 inches in some places. This estimates just north of Northport, right there, 2.3 inches of rain in just a short period of time. And that's what we're looking for tomorrow. More of that moderate to heavy rainfall with an occasional lightning strike anticipated. Right now, Punta Gorda at 81. The other station is not reporting right now, but generally up and down the coast, it's in the low 80s to mid 80s at present. 75 was the low this morning. That's right at the average. 91, that too running pretty close to where it's supposed to be. And temperatures will stay right around 90 degrees for highs over the upcoming days due to that little shift in our wind out of the southwest. And we see that we don't get much of an easterly flow, which has a tendency to warm us up to near record high temperatures. So that won't be the case for the next couple of days. But we will see a chance for showers even in the morning, afternoon, and even into the evening. Now, it's not going to be a total washout throughout the entire day tomorrow, but there will be some storms around the coastal locations, specifically just after sunrise, pushing onshore and then inland in the afternoon. Well, the high pressure ridge, which blocked everything, Earl, as far as that's concerned, is starting to drift a little bit further off to the south. And with that in mind, that means the steering currents will not be all that strong. As I mentioned, eventually it will start to set up down in South Florida. That will give us more of a southwesterly flow, which will bring those storms in from the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see that quite clearly. 4 a.m. showing some showers around. And then even at 8:30, some more storms moving onshore. And as we move through time, you can still see activity near the coast, inland areas, pretty much all over, except for the late afternoon and evening. They'll be inland, and then we'll start all over again with more morning storms on into Friday morning and continuing throughout the afternoon and evening. I think this pattern will stick with us right through Saturday. We talked about it earlier. Well, here is Earl, a hurricane, the second one of the season, getting ready to make landfall right there into Belize City. And it's got winds up to 75 miles an hour, and it's moving to the west at 15. The pressure at 984. And that continues to drop. The forecast path and track continues to take it off to the west. It appears that it will not regenerate back into a tropical storm at this point, but even if it were, it would stay a minimal tropical storm at best. Now, as far as the forecast goes for boaters tomorrow, those winds and seas will be a little bit higher near those individual storms I mentioned. Water temperature extremely warm, 91 degrees right now, and the tides upcoming. High tide will be at 2:52 and a low at 8:04 tomorrow morning. Overnight showers and storms, 77 for your low, so a little bit warmer than average. And then for tomorrow, expect scattered storms and a few thunderstorms, high temperature near 90 degrees. Otherwise, look for variable clouds. The extended forecast calling for more of the same right through Saturday with a return to, I think, more typical afternoon and evening variety of storms beginning on Sunday and Monday.